All right, so as you can imagine, life on the road, your truck will get a little messy. It's pretty bad, and my bedroom's no exception. So today, what I'm gonna be doing is cleaning 4 months of acquired stink. This is so bad. Oh no. So it reeks like vinegar in my truck. I wonder what the culprit is. Alright, so I was gonna bring in all my clothes and reorganize my kitchen gear and stuff, but I really underestimated the cold. I think it's gotta be less than 10 degrees out here. Or, sorry, less than negative 10 degrees out here. Which for you Canadians is like negative 30 Celsius. It's not warm. Oh, okay. Alright. I've got these kind of cleaned out for the most part. It's disgusting in here. I mean, this one was the one with all my clothes in it, so it's a little less bad, but I spilled a whole bottle of soy sauce in here, and that's gross. There's just like crumbs everywhere. Heat. It's 4 months worth of dust there. That looks good. So I'm gonna vacuum all this stuff up right now, and then I'm gonna do some serious reorganization. This is a really tough time for me to decide what I need and to put in my truck and what not to. I am staying at my parents' house right now. Yeah, I don't really have much organization left in there, and stuff that goes out here is gonna ultimately freeze and not be stuff that I need every day. But then I also don't want stuff that I'm carrying around in my truck that I don't need every day, so it's a constant battle. Let's clean it and figure it out, I guess. That's a lot better, huh? That is not looking too shabby. I'm about an hour behind right now. There you go, if you're curious what the back's looking like. It's still kind of, it's a little messy, but it's contained mess now. It's just getting out of control. So we're done. We're gonna get on the road. All right, folks, so we're on the road. We got about a 4-hour drive until we're to our destination. A little bit about today. In Minnesota and Wisconsin, we have a blizzard coming, one of the biggest snowstorms of the year. And we're supposed to get roughly anywhere from 8 to 12 inches overnight. So it was supposed to be started by now. I've lucked out, and now on the weather app it's telling me that it's not supposed to start till 4. So it'll probably start in the middle of our drive. I don't know if we're gonna make the full 4 hours tonight or what. I don't really have a spot picked out in mind where I want to camp, so you're gonna kind of be with me on the adventure of finding a spot and driving through the snow tonight. So first things first though, I gotta stop and get some gas. I got 80 miles left on this one, and that's not gonna cut it for the 244 that we gotta travel. So hour 4 update, and it's definitely snowing. It's coming down pretty dang hard. I guess you'll be able to see better when we get outside of the truck, but right now I'm just looking for a spot to park for the night. I think I'm gonna park at one of the local parks here and see if I can't get away with it, but we'll have to wait and see. So about an hour ago it started snowing. There's already about 4 inches on the ground. Alright, so we found our camping spot for the night. The snow's coming down pretty good. For the last half of the drive there, I felt like Han Solo driving the Millennium Falcon. For those of you that aren't Star Wars fans, that means that I felt like I was driving through stars. I think that's good for the night. So, oh wow, that would have been bad. See that? Window's open. Must have accidentally hit that. Good thing I caught it. There we go. Throw my water in the back. Don't have very much left. So I've actually never camped in a snowstorm before. Oh, good. That's not good. Already learning things. Oh gosh. Don't do that. Yeah, I've never camped in a snowstorm before. I'm just gonna shut that. I really wanted to show you some new stuff that I got on the truck that I've upgraded, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. One of the things is right here. It's pretty easy. You can see this is a stainless steel countertop. For those of you that weren't familiar with my last setup, I just had a truck bed liner on there, so it's really nice to be able to cook on this. I like to cook out of my car, so it's gonna be a nice big cutting board. Future videos. This is a light camping trip. I just cleaned out the truck, as you guys saw, so it's got very few things in it. A couple clothes, a couple camera accessories, and then the kitchen's always full. I'm not very hungry right now, so I'm not going to cook anything up, but we are going to hop into the back of the truck and hopefully stay warm. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in here. All right. Well, we're in. Snow is definitely not very fun to deal with while camping. I mean, look at all this. It's coming down pretty hard. I just wiped that off and it's already full of snow again. Then also having the boots in the truck, that doesn't really help. I did buy one of these. I got one of these bad boys. This is a little buddy. We'll see how this thing works. So this thing is super nice. It gets to like 4,000 BTU, and it also has a carbon monoxide detector in it. So it will shut off if it detects carbon monoxide automatically. But I also have a little carbon monoxide alarm. Let's test it out, make sure it's still on. Yep, all right. It's honestly not even that cold out. It's about 25 degrees right now, so I would be fine without this thing, but would be kind of nice to just get a little bit of heat going in here. I'm also just curious to see how warm. So I've got some ideas of sleeping in really cold weather in the back of here, like in the negatives. So I just want to see how this thing works. If you guys are doing some truck camping or any kind of camping where you need a heater, make sure that you're running a heater that has an automatic turn off for carbon monoxide, because anything that doesn't is, I don't need to say this, but it's very dangerous. Like having a sunflower heater that doesn't shut off automatically when it detects carbon monoxide is not good. But at least, at the very minimum, make sure that you bring a carbon monoxide alarm when you're in a tent with a heater. But I would just get one of these things. I mean, they're like $70 The reason I like this one is because it's elevated off the ground. Like, I can't really have anything resting on the floor because I feel like I melt my turf. So this one seems like it'll do the job. Warm enough to do that. Alright. Brush the tooth or the teeth. Oh, I still got a mouthful of toothpaste. All right. Well, so this isn't my coldest night by any means in the truck. My coldest night was actually in California, oddly enough. And it was 9 degrees. And I didn't have a sleeping bag. I had 2 comforters, so this will actually be pretty glamorous. But this is my 100,000 subscriber special. I can't say thank you enough to everybody that subscribed to this channel. I hit 100,000 subscribers in less than 9 months, and I really, really appreciate everybody that watches my videos and everybody that subscribes. So thank you guys for making me hit that milestone, and I can't wait to get that play button and share with you guys what I got plans to do with it. So we got to find a spot in the truck, I guess, to hang it up, but it means a lot. So I thought that I'd do a truck camping special, just special for 100K. It's kind of what helped blow my channel up, kind of diversify me from the other YouTubers out there, and yeah, it's inspired me to get on the road and travel. If you're a person that likes to travel and likes to do it on the cheap, definitely consider living or at least making a part-time camper out of your vehicle, whether it be a cot. That's what I started with. It's a great way to see a bunch of different states, to experience a bunch of different things, and yeah, it's not glamorous, but just try it once and see if you like it. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope each and every one of you that's subscribed or watching right now can at least either be entertained from this or, learn a thing or two, or find it interesting, whatever. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see me camp or do in the future, please leave a comment in the section below. I do read a lot of my comments and really appreciate it. So thank you again. All right, so if you remember from my first truck camping video, I think it was actually the Walmart truck camping video, I had a big buddy heater in there and I was super scared to run it all night. Now, the only reason I was scared of that was because it was on the ground and I was afraid of it burning my truck bed. But this one, the little buddy, I think it's a little buddy, portable buddy. Little buddy, it is a little buddy. It actually stands up on the 1-pound propane tank. So I don't really have to worry about it burning. I don't think I'm going to sleep with it on just because it's not really that cold out. It's 25 degrees and I have a 0-degree sleeping bag, so I'll be okay. But for future reference, that's nice to know. It's kind of funny to think how far this whole thing has come. Same truck, same topper, whole new setup, a lot more comfortable. Yeah, and hopefully it just keeps getting comfier and better. I get a lot of questions asking if I'm ever thinking about doing a van or living in a van. I definitely am. I'm really thinking about getting something that has more headroom, but at the same time, I really like having 4-wheel drive, and to do that on a van, it's pretty expensive. So I am looking at 4x4 vans. I'm looking at other trucks or other toppers for this truck. But truth of the matter is, I still really like this truck. It's built out to how I want it right now. And it's the winter time, so realistically, I'm not going to be using it for the next month or two. Until I can get back on the road again in the spring. So I guess all that's left to do is just to go to bed. I'm pretty freaking tired. I also forgot a pillow, so I'm going to be sleeping on my jacket tonight. But yeah, we'll wake up in the morning, see how much snow we got. Like I said, we're supposed to get 9 to 12 inches, and right now we only have about 4, so stay tuned. All right, good night, little buddy. You're going to go to sleep now. All right, good night. Well, it's still snowing. It's probably about almost a whole foot of snow. Look at this. And I started driving, or I started filming in the middle of it last night, so it's definitely snowed more than that. There's a group of ice fishermen, as you can see, that pulled into my spot this morning. It's kind of loud, but I guess it was time to get up anyway. So the only issues that I really had last night were I kept my base layers. So the only issues that I really had last night were I kept my base layers on, and it got a little chilly inside the sleeping bag. The base layers made me sweat, and then I think that held the moisture within the sleeping bag. Also, my head was cold, so I kept tucking my head into the sleeping bag, and I was breathing in there, causing a lot of condensation. I think I would have been fine if I wouldn't have been doing that. So. It only got down to, I'd say, 20 degrees last night, maybe 18 or like 15, but also a playing factor in that could have been the heater. I had the heater on right at the beginning, so it's a little bit of a learning curve with that thing. And if I'm going to keep running a heater like that, I should probably have a fan. It is a small enclosed space, but I could feel how much heat was up top and not towards the bottom, so just stuff to think about. Food for thought if you're trying to truck camp yourself or camp with a heater. Alright, so anyway, thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Mav. If you're planning on doing any truck camping like this, definitely make sure you have some of the right equipment, because without the right sleeping bag, without a heater, without reflectix on the windows, that would have been pretty miserable. So thanks again. Until next time, my name's Mavrik, and you already know the drill. Just keep on trucking.